Hi everyone. So as long as I've been watching many things or trying to gain, I will say not gain, trying to reflect, not reflect actually, trying to recall the knowledge that I have, but I'm not aware about. And as I've come to realization, as I've come to realize, now I've realized that because I've been uh, nowadays into spirituality, what it means, why there is needs of gurus, or why this and that. And I figure out that it's it's a scam in today's world. It's totally the scam. How? Now everybody has been talking about spirituality nowadays, and it's fine to talk about that. I'm not saying because many people are talking about spirituality that's make it scam. No, I have a different perspective over that. Now it has become scam because everyone is talking about that. Same thing about inner self, self growth, damn, boom. It is not bad. But it becomes worse when people says who haven't had that, who haven't done that. For example, if uh, a great musician told me that you should do spirituality. Because of that I write a good music. I found a good music. But I'll not take advice from a guy or guy from me. You not take advice from a guy from me who haven't done anything fruitful or anything creative, anything something new or tried to give something to this world around you. I'll not lead to that. But the person who haven't done that says the same thing is the person who has become the musician. This might be the influence, but there's a problem that I found. While the main problem about the spirituality is the enlightenment. And another big scam is about the enlightenment by the spiritual gurus or people around us, and that's where the problem begins. Enlightenment, you'll see your past, you'll see your future. I don't know how many of people have actually seen that. I haven't, even though I have to. Actually, what I found while doing the spirituality is knowing about this or getting interesting or doing the meditation is it's all about controlling the feelings. We have something in this earth. When we come in this universe, we're the part of universe. When we come in the universe, we have many things. We got many things without asking for that. For example, I got emotion without asking for that. And everyone got. And that leads me to be the human. And that's my capability. But I found while doing the meditation is all about knowing your emotion. Emotion in a sense, which emotion is acquiring you. For example, you are having too much anger. You should be aware that boom, you're having too much anger. Be aware about that. The anger should be controlled. And we have another emotion to control the anger. We only need a balance. And that's what many spiritual guru says. And I agree with them in that sense because that works for me. It doesn't matter if I said something. If that doesn't work for you, don't do that. If things don't work for you, don't do that. Why should you say, we should you push yourself to do that? Don't do that if things don't work. For me, that works. And I found out that it's all about controlling emotion rather than seeing the past life or being enlightened or doing this or having special powers. No, that's not. That's completely false. About past life, if you start thinking one thing in your brain, and if you start living on that dream, for example, that was my past life about on the past life I was guru and I was meditating. If you think that, you'll get that visualization in your brain, and that's what people are mis informed about, and they think that that's their past life, and they become so much aggressive talking about that past life. For example, the Sadguru is talking about his past life. Boom, what the fuck is that? He's talking about 5 past lives that he have, or 4 past lives that he's have had in the past. It's not connecting the dots. Life is not about connecting the dots. I believe that. I don't believe that. It's about connecting the past life or future life. If someone has the power to see the past life, must have the power to see the future life, then he or she must be uh, playing with the universe or doing everything or giving everything to the universe. Like they knows when the earth is going to. For example, they knows when, because someone could. I don't agree on that. That's all. That's my point. I don't want to explain why don't I agree on that. And I found, I think life works on the basic thing. Life is all about the basic things, about emotion, or to be aware about the emotion. Is being aware makes you awakeness, makes you awake, and knowing your emotion. For example, your anger emotion, your frustration, your uh, ego emotion. There are many emotions within you that you got without asking for that, and you have to be aware on that, and you have to control over that, and you have to control this physical body by the emotion, because the emotion is only such thing that controls your whole body, and you need to know that, and by knowing that we could do something, by knowing that we could find something, we could find something fruitful, that I believe, and I'm finding something fruitful out of that, because that leads me to think more, do more, if I control that. And it's very hard to control. As a human being, it's very hard to control emotion. It's very hard to control the laziness. It's very hard to control angerness. It's very hard to control the ego. Yeah, it's very hard to control. But if that we all we need to do in while meditating is to learn that skill, and that's all we need to do. And all this enlightenment or selling the products, many gurus are selling their courses, the product, the dress, the I don't know what we call mala. I don't know what actually what name is. They are only selling. They're only a business person, and they are doing very great job doing that business. And I totally admire them as a great businessman, and they're a very great businessman. So for me it's not a scam, but for me it's a good business. For me, enlightenment and that and being sadhus, being gurus, I don't think it's actually valuable. While the many gurus says that you need to know things on your own, and people listen to that, they're everything, and people just repeat what that guru said. For example, if guru says you have to be kind, yeah, it's fine to be kind. It's very good to be kind, but you don't question yourself. Why should we be kind? And if we can answer that within you, why should I be kind? That would be more fruitful than just repeating the words that a guru says, be kind, be kind. There's no any new discoveries nowadays. I'm not saying no many discoveries on the words, on the people saying, because we have lots of same thing going around the people. People say there is same thing on the internet, on the surrounding, there's everything, there's just only same thing going on that's been repeating thousands and thousands of years. For example, nowadays many Buddhas sayings will not work in today's generation, but we don't agree on that because Buddha is God. Even though Buddha never claimed himself as a god, who knows, he never claimed himself as a god, but yeah, we we agree on that. We That the saying still goes on, and the generation changes, time changes, surrounding changes, environmental changes, even the uh, universe changes, even the stars changes, even the everything changes. So we have to adopt the change. So for adopting the change, we have to leave many saying that we're done in the past, that we have in the past. And if we could do that, and that's what I think meditation is all about, and that's what everything is all about. It's all about the basic things. Life's I always say that life focuses on the basic things. Life don't work. We are only trying to make it complex. So complex create a confusion, and confusion create a great business. That's what we are doing. It creates that. If you do that, if you create a confidence, if you create a chaos, you will generate more money, because we all fear the death. And that is the only thing that is the only thing that everyone says, every guru says has been constant till now. That death is fixed. We need to be aware at least about our death. We need to be at least about our body, our feelings, our emotions. That's only a basic thing. We don't need to go more and more on this. We only need to do basic things, and we don't need to agree on everything that people says. Yes, because everyone has their own thing going. Yeah, that's all. And for me, the meditations, the gurus, the enlightenment. For me, meditation is not a scam. For me, gurus are not scam. They're only sayers. They're only repeaters. But in the decades, in the past years, past times, there has been a very good gurus who has their own opinion or own things, own philosophy, and I admire them because they at least have their own. For example, the Pujaris, the Pandit has same thing. That's Bhagavad Gita says. They don't have anything going on their head. And what is the life they had lived without creating something new, without knowing something new, only repeating the things that everyone does? They are only going to school like us, knowing the same thing that every generation knows. Every generation will know. And yeah, for me, meditation is not scam. For me, that's not. But for me, the scam is when it transfer when it changes, when the thing changes and it becomes the business. For me, that's a scam. For me, for me, the people, for me, letting people be in the confusion is scam. That's a scam for me. So for me, meditation and all that things is all about going inside emotion. Just meditate and know, okay, if something happened, like for example, if someone beats me, I get angry. So what is a different kind of different kind of reaction I could give if someone beat me? For example, if someone beat me, what if I smile? What is the consequences of that? We have the power to imagine that scenario. We have the power to talk within ourselves or within ourselves, and because of that, we could know something. We could know, oh, I think if I do smile back in some situation, will be more beneficial than if I react and beat him back. We have to talk within ourselves. But we have to know the reaction, what we do, what is the thing that makes us angry. It's not a people say you have to find yourself. It's that emotion we need to find. What is the thing that makes you angry? What is the thing that makes you happy? But this, while knowing that, you need to question yourself within yourself because nobody knows more than you about yourself. And you should not lie to yourself, first of all. And I think this is only a thing that we need to know while doing meditation. And rather than focusing on being enlightened or getting a power or doing this and that, everyone is going to die. We cannot escape that. And that's a factual thing. So saying that reincarnation or past lives, like, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter to you. Unless and until you believe it deeply. It's about knowing your beliefs. Meditation is about knowing your beliefs, knowing your emotion, knowing your thought process, or the thoughts that you get usually. For example, I get a thought usually about having sex because I've been influenced by sex so much. I've been influenced by the porn so much. Yeah, so we have to know that, and that's what you shouldn't be enlightened and be like a guru, being stern, like having wearing the kinds of dresses and doing that and acting. Don't be an actor. Be real. That's what I say. Don't be an actor like them. And that's all. I think. Yeah, that's all. Life works on the basic things. Be into that basic thing.